here's what I thought would be fun. I'm gonna be the quiz master here, and I'm gonna do some draft trivia questions. We're gonna do 20 of them here, and you guys will have to compete against each other.
Oh Lord!
And we'll start, if possible. I'm going to just give you the question, and then if you need more help, I'll give you
multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Okay.
Well, I think Jason wants multiple choice, but I want to try to answer without the multiple
We'll
choice.
see. I'll probably ask for the multiple choice each time, but I'd like to hear it before hearing it just to see.
Okay. All right. Are you guys ready for this? And I'll tell you where you can find these after we do this. Okay. All right. So, first question. When was the last time no quarterback was chosen in the first round of the NFL draft?
Whoa.
Geno Smith year. Oh, no, shoot. E.J. Manuel was. Crap.
He seems so sure.
No, I was just thinking.
Now, I got a list. I got some options for some years for you.
I personally will need the multiple choice.
What do you think, Nate? Do you want to give me a year or do you want to wait? You want the multiple choice?
Trying to think.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead with it.
All right. Multiple choice.
It's in the 90s or the 80s.
A, 2007. B, 2001. C, 1996. D, 1988. So we got 2007, 2001, 96, or 88.
I have never been more sure of anything in my life. I'm going to go 1996.
1996.
That's Keyshawn Johnson year, right?
You've never been more sure of anything in your life.
Confidence wins all. You're confident about it.
I don't think that there was actually a quarterback drafted Keyshawn Johnson year. Lots of wide receivers that year. The first round. It wasn't 89.
Plus, a good quiz taking technique is to always pick C if you're going to go with a random answer. I had a grade school teacher tell me that growing up before we took our standardized tests.
Wow.
You got to guess, pick C.
Public school for the win.
Yep, that's how I learned. That's how I learned, Gerd.
All right, Nate.
I'm actually going to go in the 80s. I'm probably wrong on this, but I'm going to go with 88.
Okay, you're right that you are wrong on this. It is not 1988. It is 1996.
Like I said, more
Which
sure
was
of
the
anything.
Keyshawn Johnson year, if I'm
And
correct.
the first quarterback taken that year was actually the second, was actually round 2, pick 12, when the St. Louis Rams took Tony Banks.
Tony Banks.
Yeah. Who went on to set the record for fumbles in the season. All right, number 2.
Good job, Jason.
Yeah. But hey, he won a championship. So Jason's up 1-0. All right. Phil Simms was the 7th overall pick in 1979. What school did he play for?
I'm trying to think
you
if
really
they ever,
researched these. It's pretty good.
I'm trying to think if they ever
Found a
like
pre-made
mentioned
list,
that
right?
during the
Where-
commentary
I
in the
know
game.
where his son played. Golly, where did Phil Simms actually play?
Let me know when you want the multiple choice.
I would love to hear the multiple choice.
I feel like if I give the multiple choice, Nate's going to know right away.
Go ahead with it.
All right. A, Texas. B, Clemson. C, Notre Dame. D, Furman. Or E, Morehead State.
Ooh. I'm gonna guess Furman.
Jason says Furman.
It's definitely not Texas. His son, Chris, did go to Texas.
Yeah, he did.
I can also see.
I thought it was one of the smaller schools, but I also think
Like Notre Dame.
no, it was
Never
not
heard of
Notre
it.
Dame.
It's a little school.
Somehow I'm drawn to Clemson. I'm gonna go with Clemson.
All right. The answer is actually Morehead State.
Oh,
Morehead State University in Kentucky. And he was their only player drafted in the first 7 rounds.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
The more you know.
All right. Sticking with quarterback themes. Number 3, Jim Kelly was taken with the 14th pick of round 1 in what year?
Oh,
I know this one.
I'll need to hear.
Okay. Do you want to say it before?
So it's the same year that the Baltimore Colts drafted our man John Elway. So we've got 80. I'm gonna screw up the year, aren't I?
All right. Do you want
I think it's 82 or 3. Which one is it?
Well, I go with the multiple choice real quick.
Okay.
1981, 1983, 1985, 1987, 1989.
I'm gonna go with 87.
Okay.
81.
Kelly was the third of 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round of the 1983 draft.
Oh, damn it. Well, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, because I've watched the Elway to Marino thing, and I'm thinking of all the picks and everything like that that were done. Golly, damn it! Seriously, I got that wrong.
I was a little surprised. I thought you were going to get that one, especially after I gave you multiple choice.
Yeah,
because you're like, it's either 82 or 83, and then you're like 81.
Well, because I was leaning toward 82. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right. I think. Okay. Yeah. These first.
You're doing great
all...
there, Jason. Do it.
You're up 1-0.
Strong one.
Which is funny with the. I should have known that one. Oh,
all right. Next question. Which one of these quarterbacks? This is going to have to be multiple choice. Was not selected in the same year as Jim Kelly? A. Boomer Esiason, B. Dan Marino, C. Gary Kubiak, D. Todd Blackledge, or E. John Elway.
Which one was not?
Yeah. So 4 of those guys were taken in '83 when Kelly was taken. One of those guys was not.
I'm gonna go with Marino.
That would be Boomer Esiason to the Cincinnati Bengals the next year.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It's also the correct answer. Boomer Esiason was the first quarterback taken in 1984 with the 38th selection. Elway, Blackledge, Marino were fellow first-round picks, while Kubiak was the first pick of round 8. All right. Only one time since the merger, as it's referred to, has a tight end been selected in the top 5 picks.
Okay.
So only one time has a tight end been taken in the top 5. In what decade did this occur? Was it the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the thousands, or the current 10s?
80s.
I actually want to say the thousands. I think it was Vernon Davis.
Not a bad.
Number 5 to Washington, I think. I may be wrong on that. But
Right, and you are wrong on that because the answer is 1972, so it was in the 70s. The Denver Broncos selected Riley Odoms from Houston University, 5th overall. He played 12 years and was voted to 4 Pro Bowls, by the way.
Who the hell is Mel Kiper?
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Mike Ditka was also selected with the 5th overall pick in 1961. By the way. All right.
Ditka.
All right, so it's still 1-1 here. All right, the New York Jets had 4 first-round selections in the 2000 draft.
Okay.
How many played more than 10 seasons? How many of the players did they?
0.
So you had Lavernius Coles. You had the two defensive guys. More than 10 seasons?
Yep. Of the 4 players drafted by the Jets in 2000 in the first round, how many played more than 10 seasons?
I thought one of the defensive guys got up to 10 seasons. I think just one. I think one.
Okay. The answer is actually all 4.
What?
Really?
Yeah. So, 12th overall, they took Sean Ellis, who played 12 NFL seasons.
That's who I thought it was, yeah.
13th overall, they took John Abraham, who played 14 NFL seasons.
Stupid.
18th overall, they took everybody's favorite Chad Pennington, who played 11 NFL seasons. And 27th overall, they took Anthony Becht, tight end, who played 12 NFL seasons.
Ah.
Fair.
Okay.
Good for them.
Yeah, good draft. That
I'd
was
say so.
the draft that they got. They reaped some of the benefits for Keyshawn Johnson trade, if I remember correctly.
All right. Next question. Joe Montana and Terrell Owens were both selected in the same round, although in different years, obviously. Joe Montana in 1979, Terrell Owens in 1996 by the 49ers. Which round were they selected in?
I'm going to go with the third round.
I
will audibly say that first.
Because he was too short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, third round. Here's a really weird question here for you. Where did Terrell Owens go to college?
Terrell Owens, T.O. Where did he go to college? Couldn't tell you.
Mid Tennessee State.
Mid Tennessee.
Yeah, I think I knew that.
Where did Joe Montana go to college?
Notre Dame.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So the answer was 3. So good job. You guys both have 2 now.
Sure.
All right.
I'll take it.
How many rounds was the 1993 NFL draft?
I would like to hear the multiple choice, please.
Okay.
So they went. They used to have a supplemental. Used to be a lot more rounds. I'm gonna hear the multiple choice just to make sure, but yeah.
We can go with 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Now, I was born in 1993, and if I remember correctly, it was 10 rounds.
If
my memory as a 2-month-old serves me correctly, yes.
How many?
I think it was
2 rounds.
So I forgot
Yes.
whenever they converted it. I thought that it went up to 12. I'm gonna go with. I just forget when they switched it.
Right.
To 7. I'm gonna go with 12, but it may be 7.
Okay. The correct answer is 8.
Just completely.
There was an 8-round draft in 1993, which actually had 32 less picks than this year's 7-round draft.
I disagree.
Okay.
That's not what I remember.
Yeah.
Well, they do compensatory picks and everything now, so yeah, it's all over across.
All right. Since the start of the draft in 1936, which position has produced the most round 1 selections? Is it A, quarterback, B, linebacker, C, wide receiver, D, defensive back, or E, running back? So since 1936, quarterback, linebacker, wide receiver, defensive back, or running back?
I'm not quite understanding. What was the first portion of that question?
Since the start of the draft in 1936, which position has produced the most round 1 selections? So
Round 1.
So
Gotcha.
this position has been selected in the first round more than any other position.
Since 30?
36.
Oh, wow. I'm going to guess defensive back.
Okay.
That's actually a pretty good choice. I was going to say corner, but I'm probably wrong. Do we have to specify defensive back or safety or anything?
No,
Okay.
just defensive back. Quarterback, linebacker, wide receiver, defensive back, running back.
I would have guessed wide receiver, but when did they introduce the forward pass in football?
Not until 50s.
Right.
The thing with that is the tough part is running backs used to always get picked.
Right, but now
constantly.
they don't get picked often.
The past 10 years has been hardly at all. But corners always get picked, and safeties. So that's the biggest group. So I'm gonna have to go defensive back as well.
Okay, that's a smart pick. As since then, 3 positions have had over 200 picks, and the defensive backs have been picked 225 times in the first round. However, running backs have been selected 233 times because you have all those years in which they weren't passing the ball.
Yeah.
So running back actually leads the first round pick selection, 233.
Fair enough.
Offensive tackles, which was not one of your choices, has 208. And then wide receivers are at 180, linebackers 163, and quarterbacks are at 161.
I knew it wasn't quarterbacks because they were devalued for 40 years of that or something like that at least.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. How you guys feeling this trivia so far?
Not so good.
Excellent.
I'm second guessing myself constantly right now. So yeah.
We're on question 10, so we can either stop here at question 10 or we can keep going to question
Let's
20.
just roll with it. I guess.
Keep all the way through.
Yeah.
All right.
At least 5 more.
Okay. In the last 18 drafts, quarterbacks 12 times, offensive tackles 3 times, and defensive ends 3 times were the only positions selected first overall.
In the last how many drafts?
18.
First overall. Okay.
12 times it's been a quarterback, 3 times an offensive tackle, and 3 times a defensive end. For how many first overall selections did these 3 combine for in the 20 years prior to that?
My gosh. Really?
I don't think it was 35.
All right, so
I would love to hear the multiple choice, please.
the multiple choice.
So I can give you my best guess.
All right, so quarterbacks, tackles, and defensive ends combined for the first overall pick the 20 years previous, either A, 3 times, B, 6 times, C, 9 times, D, 12 times, or E, 15 times.
Wow. 9 times.
Jason says 9. What say you?
What say you?
So 9, 15. What's the other choices? The other 2?
So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
6.
And the answer is 6. It is 6. So there's another point for Nate. And 5 of those 6 were quarterbacks.
Fair enough. Being to think you're making all this stuff up.
Okay. This one is not going to be multiple choice. Who was the last kicker selected in the first round and what team picked him?
I already know that.
Vinatieri,
And who drafted him?
New England.
Okay.
That would be Seabass to the Raiders out of Florida State.
Do you want to give me his real name?
He's left-footed. Sebastian Janikowski, is that his name?
That is his last name,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, do you know what year he was drafted?
He just retired. He was in a long time. Al Davis was still alive. Was that 98, 99?
It was actually 2000 when
2000,
the Oakland
okay.
Raiders took Sebastian Janikowski out of Florida State.
Okay.
All right, so hey, that's another point for you. What are you up 4-2 at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, catch up, Jason.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Pressure's building.
They call him Seabass, by the way.
In the
You didn't
same in the same vein, who was the last punter selected in round 1 and what team picked him?
Ooh. Is there a multiple choice available for
There
this
is
one?
not.
Oh, okay.
If you have no idea on the name, I'll let you take a stab at the team that drafted him.
How recent was it?
It was like 20 years before you were born.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, yeah, because I'm gonna. I think I know I want to, like, which team I want to go with, because this individual had a tendency to just go all out.
Okay.
But I'm probably completely wrong. I think it was the Raiders. Al Davis had a tendency to like what you see with Janikowski going into number 1. He also used a number 2 pick on punter that just Shane Leckler, who just retired.
And I think his spirit will live on when they take DK Metcalf at number 4.
But 20 years before that,
it was the 70s. Are you locked in, or do you want to second guess that?
Well, it's not multiple choice or anything like that.
No,
so.
it's your. It's 1 out of 30.
I'm just gonna go with the Raiders.
Raiders. What do you say?
The Oilers.
The Oilers. All right, both good guesses, but the Raiders is correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
So one was a better guess than the other one.
So that
This is what you're trying to say.
okay.
I forgot who it was, but Al Davis had some weird things.
Yes, he did. All right. When was the last time 2 or more tight ends were selected in the first round? Do you want your multiple choice?
2 or more in the first round.
Yeah, what year?
Please.
Last time this happened. Do you want your multiple choice?
Yes, please.
All right. 2014.
Okay.
2010.
Okay.
2008. 2006. Or 2004.
I'm going to guess 2010.
2010. All right. 2014. 2010. 2008. 2006. 2004.
This is the problem with knowing way too many names. I'm trying to sort out the names.
It's better if you just blindly guess, in my experience.
14, who was the first pick in 14? Clowney? No. Clowney was 14 or 15. No, it wasn't 14.
Clock is ticking.
I'm going to go with 08.
All right. Both great guesses, but they're both wrong as it was 2006.
Obviously.
When your man Vernon Davis was selected 6th overall.
Vernon.
And Mercedes
six.
Lewis was taken 28th overall. Ooh, here's a good one.
Uh-oh.
In 1970,
1970.
your St. Louis Cardinals
Okay.
selected Mike Holmgren,
Okay.
quarterback out of USC. What round was he selected in?
4th round.
Did you want multiple choice? Or?
No. 4th round.
It's actually on the choices.
I'm going to go with...
It just asks if you want the choices.
I got to be bold, yeah. I'm definitely not going 4th round. USC. We're going to go 10th?
Okay. The answer is actually 8th.
Okay.
After being selected in the 8th round, he spent time in training camp with both the Cardinals and the Jets.
Are you sure that doesn't say 4?
Positive, yeah. All right, so moving on. When was the last time a wide receiver was selected 1st overall? Do you want your multiple choice, Jason?
Yes.
All right. 1996, 1993, 1990, 1987, 1984.
I can't even think of who that would be.
Probably DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. When was Randy Moss drafted? Was he drafted number 1?
He was not.
He was not? Okay.
I know the answer. But
Let me hear it one more time before he guesses.
1996,
Okay.
1993,
Okay.
1990, 1987, 1984.
Well, if I remember correctly, the 1993 draft did have 8 rounds. I think it was. I think it was the 93. The 93 draft.
I'm going with 96 Keyshawn Johnson.
And the correct answer is 1996 with Keyshawn Johnson. The last time before that was 1984, which was Irving Fryer.
Yep. I actually mentioned the 96 with Keyshawn Johnson earlier. That's the reason why I thought you were going to have it.
This is
That would imply I was paying attention.
This is going to be good. I'm going to give you 4 wide receivers. Okay. They were all drafted in the same. They were not drafted in the same draft. Gosh dang it! All right, these 4 wide receivers were all selected either second, third, fourth, and fifth, but all in different drafts.
Pick, not round.
They were the pick. The second pick, second pick. Overall, third overall, fourth overall, and fifth overall.
Okay.
Can you place them in the correct order?
Oh, there's the trick.
Can you tell me which one is which?
Second,
okay.
third,
of course
fourth.
I can.
All right. So your wide receivers are Justin Blackmon, Andre Johnson, Calvin Johnson, and Sammy Watkins. Starting at pick number 2, going to pick number 5.
Okay.
Justin Blackmon, Andre Johnson, Calvin Johnson, Sammy Watkins.
Calvin Johnson.
Okay.
Sammy Watkins.
Okay.
Blackmon, and then Andre Johnson.
I'm going to go Calvin Johnson. And then you're going to have Andre Johnson. Blackman's number 5. And Sammy Watkins number 4.
Right, so the correct order: Calvin Johnson, 2nd overall in 2007. Andre Johnson, 3rd overall in 2003. Sammy Watkins, 4th overall in 2014. And Justin Blackmon, 5th overall in 2012. So Nate gets another one.
Congrats to you, sir. You ran that one.
All right. In what round did the Broncos select Hall of Fame tight end Shannon Sharp? This was in 1990, by the way.
6th round.
Okay. Nate? You're being bold. I like it.
You got to be bold.
4th round? Oh, wait.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, not his brother, Sterling.
Oh.
But Sterling was only so good because he had Brett Favre thrown to him. I'm just kidding. Sterling was
greatest
awesome.
I think it. Man, I think it was the 4th round. I'm gonna have to stick with 4th round. I think.
All right, that's a great guess, but Jason's closer because it was actually the 7th round.
Okay.
27th overall in the 7th round.
Okay.
All right, 3 questions left here. In what year did the Houston Texans first participate in the NFL draft?
The Houston Texans?
The Houston Texans
Okay.
was. Do you want your multiple choice?
Yes.
97, 98, 2000, 2002, or 2003?
Uh, 98.
Okay.
I'll take Jap-anus relations. No, I'm just joking. No, 2000. Derek Carr.
That was my second guess.
Okay.
David Carr. My bad.
Yeah. So it was David Carr who was the first ever choice with for the Texans with the first overall pick in the 2002 draft when they became a team.
Oh, Nikes. I thought that they were the year after Cleveland, but I'm wrong. Dang it.
All right.
Okay. Well.
In the last 10 years, 6 quarterbacks have been picked first overall. How many of those have made a Pro Bowl team?
In the last how many years?
10 years. 6 quarterbacks.
First overall.
How many first overall?
Okay.
How many of them made a Pro Bowl? I can, if you want, I can give you the names of the quarterbacks that were taken.
That'd be great.
Well, Cam Newton's one of them.
Yeah, I was thinking Cam.
Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, Alex Smith, Sam Bradford, Matthew Stafford, Jamarcus Russell.
4?
So you have...
So make a Pro Bowl, right?
Yeah. So Jamarcus hasn't, obviously. He didn't make a Pro Bowl.
Really?
I don't think Bradford ever made a Pro Bowl. I feel like everyone else did, though. I feel like Alex Smith made a Pro Bowl.
Alex Smith has made a Pro
Yeah.
Bowl.
And so your guess is 4?
Yeah, because you gave it 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 4.
I don't know if Andrew Luck was healthy during the picking of one. You know what? Screw it. I'll go with 5, but I'm hesitant because of Sam Bradford.
All right. You should be hesitant because it is not 5.
Yeah.
Nor is it 4. It's actually only 3.
Cam Newton, because Luck hasn't made it.
Andrew Luck has made a Pro Bowl,
Okay.
as has Cam Newton and Alex Smith. Sam Bradford and Jamarcus Russell have also not made Pro Bowls.
But
Stafford has not made a Pro Bowl.
Really? What the hell?
Yeah.
I thought that I was pretty sure that he has.
Interesting.
He's, yeah, I think he's rather underrated at this point.
Got that arm, though.
All right. This is going to be our last question. This is question number 20. I could actually go all the way up to 60 if we wanted to, but we're going to stop here.
Keep going.
All right.
Never stop.
And honestly,
I'll get one eventually.
Nate's got this locked in the bag, so you go with whatever
What
you want.
about Double Jeopardy?
All right. And I think Jason, you might actually get this one.
Ooh,
What was
shall
the
see.
last year the draft was 12 rounds? What is the last year the draft was only 12 rounds? Or was the total 12 rounds? Would you like me to give you multiple choice?
Yes, please.
Was it 1986, 1989, 1992, 1995, or 1998?
'95.
92. Emmitt Smith year, I think. Yeah.
And the correct answer is 92. I am so disappointed with you, Jason, because you said earlier, I recall that the 93 draft had 8 rounds.
Well, I wasn't alive for the '92 one, Tim. Let's
But then
remember
you
that.
selected that it was 12 rounds in 95, which is
Well,
2
what am
years
I supposed to know what happened before I was born? Who am I?
You should know that it
Who am
didn't
I to know
happen
that?
after you were born.
That's true.
Right.
That is true.
All right. Well, Nate took
That's
that.
fair.
I would say he didn't run away with it because he missed more
I
than
did
you.
terrible.
I won the moral victory.
I'm
you know?
sorry.
If there was a sportsmanship trophy handed out, I'd like to think I'm in strong contention for that.
Well, when it
sorry,
comes to
Ryan
sportsmanship,
Tannehill,
you're no Tom Brady, so I'll give you that.
With the nudge on the shoulder. Thank you, sir.
Oh, man. Okay. Well,
I'll take your moral fiber.
I should have done so much better than that, but I was second guessing myself on so many things there. Wow.
Well, there you
I
go.
was trying to go for a psych out strategy where confidence just took over and it did not pay off.
Yeah. And that took so long that we may actually have to cut this into 2 parts without even recording an additional.
Holy cow.
Yeah. But hey, it was fun. I had a good time. I like to believe that you two had a good time.
It was,
Yeah,
a,
it was
it was a
good.
good time.
It was
Yeah.
good.
And I hope that Ryan Tannehill and Jason Vanderbeek
Had a good time.
Had a good
or
time.
will have a good time
listening
listening
to
to this.
with
Here's
their
to
white
you, boys.
widespread.
They're going to skip the draft altogether and just listen to this, right?
That's right. As
That's
you
what I would
should
do.
too.
Yeah.
Wait, you even thank God. You're a scary superstar.
Oh my god.
Speaking of scary superstars, Jason, you said you've listened to the show before. You remember how we end our shows?
Hey, Chad, why don't you play your game, buddy?
Chad, play your game.